guys, we might need to delete social media. We might need to. Arsenal are top of the league, and Arsenal are going to win the Premier League this season, aren't they? Manchester City just aren't there. Liverpool aren't there. I mean, the fact that Manchester United are on the same amount of points as Manchester City, despite harder fixtures, says a lot. Despite the fact that Bournemouth is second, 4 points behind Arsenal, despite losing 3 out of 4 of their backline. The fact that Sunderland, the newly promoted side, is 5 points behind Arsenal. Arsenal are so clear of everyone right now. That's 5 clean sheets in a row for Arsenal. 3 goals conceded all season. You can't get near a team that is conceding 0.3 goals a game and is literally impossible to score against. You know, even if Arsenal aren't at their best, they just don't lose. The only game Arsenal have lost this season is because Szoboszlai took the most insane 3-kick ever. This is a 1 in a million. This team is impossible to beat. It is horrifying. I'm scared they're going to win the league. I generally think this is their year because City aren't at their best. Liverpool aren't at their best. I'm a Man United fan. We've got a long way to go, but we're up there right now. I don't know how long we'll be up there for. But this is ridiculous. I mean, Arsenal have conceded 3 goals in 9 Premier League games and 0 shots on target conceded in 3 games in a row. Arsenal's defence is going to win them the league. Arsenal's defence is a literal joke. It is going to win them the league.
ClickUp AI Note Taker is different than all the rest. It allows you to focus on your meetings, not your notes.
And I don't even think Saliba's been at his best this season. I think it's the Gabriel show. I think right now Gabriel was the best defender in the world. And I'm saying this as a Manchester United fan that has a very strong dislike to Arsenal, probably because I grew up in Essex, so I knew a lot of Arsenal fans. But I have a very strong dislike to Arsenal. But this is why Arsenal are different. This is why I think Arsenal are going to win the league. They are 1-0 down to Newcastle. When they've been 1-0 down to Newcastle in the past, they've been done out. The Carabao Cup, they've been done out. Newcastle's a bogey team for them. They won that game 2-1 in the dying moments through Gabriel. Olympiacos, low block, 2-0 win. West Ham, new manager bounce, low block, 2-0 win. Fulham, really difficult low block, 1-0 win. Atletico smashes them out the park. Big game, smashes them out the park. Crystal Palace, probably the hardest game they've had this season if you're looking at the low block, 1-0 win. You know, it wasn't the most amazing performance versus Crystal Palace. I don't think Arsenal played their best stuff. I think Arsenal played their best football at the start of the second half with Palace tired. But last season, Arsenal drew 0-0 to Palace. Last season, Arsenal probably draw 0-0 to Fulham. You know, last season, Arsenal probably don't find that winner versus Newcastle.
And another side to their brilliance today.
Palace 1-0, another clean sheet at the Emirates. I don't know how many that is. Someone let me know. Much deserved, by the way. Nothing to take away from that. I was watching both games. Man City lost 1-0. You could say they deserve something out of it, but Villa defended really well. And now look at yourselves. If you look at who's serious contenders for this year, you are now 7 points above Liverpool, if I'm correct. Is it 7? I think they got 15. Now you're on 22. And then now you're 6 points above City, which is quite a big lead considering Liverpool and Manchester City have to play each other in a couple of weeks. Smash the likes. We're going to have to reveal some truths, right? It is what it is. You just I don't care if it's, 9 games in. Is it 9 games in or 10? Yeah, let's talk about it. Subscribe if you're brand new. Right. Let's break down the first half. Before we get into it, you're going to run away with the league. You're running away with this league. It's very similar, a little bit like Liverpool last season, where they just end up running away with it. Got the better defenders, better midfielders, just the better options. You know, you're getting goals from different kind of just avenues, I suppose, whether it's corners, deflections, open play. It doesn't matter. The difference is, last year, you know, Liverpool had a lot of clutch moments. You know, their defense was still quite leaky, but Alisson was there to the rescue. It was pretty much Van Dijk and Inshallah. This time, you've got Arsenal, who have got really, really good defenders who are contributing, and defensively the best.
They're going to do it, aren't they? Arsenal are going to win the league. I'm sick and tired of getting these predictions right. I told you all that Brentford would beat Liverpool. There will be a match reaction out to yesterday's game later. I was out yesterday. I also told you all that Aston Villa would get something against Manchester City. And I told you all Arsenal would beat Palace. And they're 6 points clear of City. 7 points clear of Liverpool. I don't see a team in England, in the Premier League, that stops this Arsenal team. They look so strong defensively. They're on their way to potentially breaking Ricardo Carvalho and John Terry's record. Carvalho and Terry conceded 15 Premier League goals. This Arsenal team right now look like they're not going to concede a goal. They've got Burnley and Sunderland next in the league. Like, the realisation to everyone that this team is a problem. I predict this Arsenal team right now to absolutely destroy this Premier League. And also, I think they're one of the favourites for the Champions League right now. Yes, you've got the Madrids. Yes, you've got Barcelona's. Yes, you've got the Bayern Munich's. But name a team out there that's this strong defensively. The only team anyone can name is Inter Milan. This Arsenal team today, right, against Crystal Palace, it was a very, very physical game, which is exactly what I thought it would be. I didn't think this would be a walk in the park for Arsenal. But more shots, more possession, higher XG. Yet again, reducing Crystal Palace to 0 shots on target.
Football, I'm Mark Goldbridge. Arsenal win to extend their lead at the top of the table, and Villa beat Man City, plunging them into a new crisis as well. But overarchingly, the Premier League this weekend, absolutely incredible. Look at Bournemouth and Sunderland in second and third. Look at the newly promoted teams, none of them in the bottom three. We're getting a brilliant Premier League season in relation to results. Okay, there might be some debate about, long balls and directness and set pieces, and the officiating is certainly shit. But we are getting an entertaining, league table, and, to me, the shocks outweigh the negatives. Arsenal, we'll talk about in a moment. They're looking unstoppable. It's there. I don't want to say this to Arsenal because, they haven't won a league for 20 years, but it's theirs to lose at the moment. I'm sure Arsenal fans will be looking at Bournemouth and Sunderland with respect, but with respect, they're 7 points ahead of Liverpool and they're 6 points ahead of Man City. That's a considerable gap after 9 games. Their next 2 games are Burnley and Sunderland, and Liverpool and Man City play each other then. If Arsenal can win the next 2 games, that gap's going to get bigger.
Arsenal are winning the league. Yep. The quicker everyone accepts it, the better for everyone. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to address this game right here. Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace 0. Big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure guys go get your football jersey. Even the Arsenal fans watching this right now. This doesn't just apply to Liverpool fans. OK jersey, code Hussam10 for 10% off. We hooked you guys with an extra discount and it expires today. So go get yourself a shirt. And let's just get into it, guys. Arsenal are going to win the league. The quicker everyone accepts it, the better. This is it. This is it, guys. Like, who's going to stop them? As things stand, I have the Villa Manchester City game on in the background, and Manchester City have lost the game 1-0. Yep, it's full time over there as well. So Manchester City lose, Liverpool lose, Chelsea, who people thought are in the title race, lose. So who's going to win the league, guys? Who's Arsenal's title contenders? Sunderland are in a title race. Bournemouth are in a title race. That's who's in a title race with Arsenal right now, guys. You get me? According to the Premier League table, the closest team to them is Bournemouth. The second closest team to them is Sunderland. So those are the teams in a title race with Arsenal, guys. So can the mighty Cherries or the Mackhams stop Arsenal? No, they can't. But they're winning it, guys. We have to accept it. And we only have ourselves to blame for our own performances, but we have to acknowledge. Look, forget the fact that Arsenal scored from a set piece. I'll address that in a bit. You want to know what's really sustainable? The way Arsenal defend is really sustainable. Liverpool conceded 3 goals against Brentford. Do you know that Arsenal have conceded 3 goals the entirety of the season? I'm going to say that again. Liverpool have conceded 3 goals against Brentford alone. Arsenal conceded 3 goals in 9 Premier League games. And that is what's truly sustainable. Having a defensive rock, by the way, playing with Mosquera for the entirety of the second half. The whole second half, Saliba didn't even play.